has been also a project leader of a large-scale project on multi-level environmental governance for sustainable development, and authored many books and articles, including CDM as Sustainable Development in China from a Japanese perspective, the basic theories of energy, environmental economics, economics of recycling for solid waste management, and environmental policies in China. Today, Professor Ueda will speak about the environmental governance issues for energy policy in Japan after Fukushima. And with that, he will be our first keynote speaker addressing the Fukushima issues here on this stage for this conference. Tomorrow we'll have in our nuclear governance review a whole range of discussions on this topic. With that, I would like to thank you for Professor Ueda.
Okay, thank you very much, Robinson. Today I really want to talk about the transition management issues for sustainable energy in Japan from Fukushima. But my talk is based on the environmental economics, not really political science. But, okay, so Fukushima, March 2011, Richter scale 9 earthquake, followed by a giant tsunami occurred in Japan. The quake and tsunami caused a massive amount of damage and resulted in considerable loss of life. But they also disabled or destroyed key parts of TEPCO. TEPCO is a Tokyo Electric Power Company's coastal sited Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant complex. There are several simulations which predict the worst case of the Fukushima accident. But the worst case was avoided. But for most people, what actually happened was still bad enough. So very severe accident. So what are the reactions in Japan? So the Prime Minister, Naoto Kan at that time, called for a national debate about energy options for the future. He says, I think it is necessary to discuss from scratch the current basic energy plan, under which the share of nuclear energy is expected to be more than 50% in 2030. The past energy has regarded nuclear energy and fossil fuels as two major pillars in electricity. With the recent accident, I think two additional pillars are important. The first additional pillar is to add renewable energy. The second additional pillar is to create an energy-saving society where energy will not be used as much as it is now. I'd like to add renewable energy and energy saving as two major pillars and to exert further efforts to achieve that, while promoting safety of nuclear energy and reducing carbon dioxide from fossil fuels. So based on these thoughts, I'd like to accelerate the discussion on reviewing the overall energy policy. So what is the lessons from Fukushima? The Fukushima severe accident caused irreversible loss, serious damage, and still many definite. So there are several investigation board reports. The report says regulatory failure, policy failure, and so on. So the basic plan for energy and energy policies, which rely heavily on nuclear power generation, have been re-examined. government decided dependence on nuclear. So new basic plan and energy policy are under debate in the policy making process based on public debate. That was I think very unique for the first time in the public policy making process in Japan. There are lots of drawbacks and the critique from mass media and so on, but I think this public debate is a very important experience of the Japanese people. Okay, one more lesson. Why would we promote nuclear power generation? So it is said that there are myths of safety and also myths of the cost of the nuclear power. The public debate, there are three options for the share of nuclear to the total power generation: 0%, 15%, 20 to 25% in 2030. But I think this kind of option is not real option, because this kind of 0%, 15%, that is a share of the nuclear to the total power generation. If we introduce more demand or user or consumer-oriented energy system, we cannot decide. Because if electricity market is more liberalized, consumer or user, they choose any type of the electricity source. So the share of the nuclear to the total power generation is the output or outcome of the public choice of the electricity source. But I understand why government, decide there are three options for the share of the nuclear to the total power generation. Because government think ordinary Japanese people would like to decide the attitude toward the nuclear power. So my outline of my